is the house of champions. Men, if you want to be champions, you gotta play like champions, you gotta practice like champions.
When we get to eat like champions. Yeah, Coach. Where's the Papa John's? Yeah!
Now get a Cowboys Unlimited combo for $12.99. That's a large Papa John's pizza with unlimited toppings and a Pepsi 2-liter for $12.99. For $3 more, make it an extra large unlimited combo.
All right, now let's go hit somebody.
Some point tonight, adversity strikes, but we strike back. Because we believe in here, in what we are, what we are capable of, and how tonight is going to go. You understand me?
Yes, sir.
4 quarters. Every time they blow the whistle, every time they put the ball down, we believe that this is the play. This is the play that we make a difference. This is the play where we put them on their back. This is the play we get in the end zone. This is the play that we get a stop. Believe with all your heart. Believe in yourself.
Well, good evening, everybody. Good evening, Mailheads crew, everybody. Good evening on this Thursday evening. We have a good game. We have a bunch of members in the green room getting ready to talk about the Thursday night football game on a live stream. If you have a webcam and you are a Mailhead crew member, just go to the community tab and tap on in so we can get a part of the conversation. Hope everybody's doing good. I don't know. I just changed my pick. I have a late feeling that the Niners, bang, bang, is going to have a big night. So we shall see. But good evening, everybody. I see, before I bring people in here, we got Vinny Hagan, we got Drew, we got Chris May, we got CZ, we got Clemente, Vinny Hagan, like I said, Rolo, that dude Rolo. What's up, my guy? EJB, Primetime Phil's hanging out. George DC for life. What's going on, man? How are you, brother? I just saw your email. I will get back to you shortly. Chris May, Overkill. If you don't have his channel subbed up, please go sub up to him and Primetime Phil's channel. Oscar Perini's in the house. Again, everybody, lunchtime chat today. I kind of got annoyed with a couple of Eagle people. Again, it's my lunch break. It's a kind of a way to get along and talk and have, just doesn't even have to be football. But I had to cut it short. I'm not going to be chastised or, it's my time. It's my time. Okay, live streams, like, when you come in on the Zoom call, know the crowd and know what we're talking about, and everything will be fine. In the chat, you guys can do whatever you want. I mean, I could take wrenches away and let people block people, but I really don't want to do that. So I'm trying to open up this channel for as many people, but we're not trying to push people away from constant negativity. So that being said, I'm opening it up. Hopefully we can have a nice time tonight. I hope I don't have to be a bad game time. Hopefully it might be a nice game time. I'm going to let Troy Daniels, Troy's always respectful. There you go, brother. Thomas Garrett, Randy McIntyre. They're all coming in. So there we go. West Virginia country boy. Again, Drew, that was not the time and place. Nobody brought up Micah. So, again, I don't need you. I don't need Rob or anybody to just, on my lunch break, I'm getting texts by Dallas fans saying, really, Brian? I'm like, again, it continues to happen. So, I will try and be positive. I'm trying to keep this channel positive. I think I'm about as realistic. I get it all the time. Everybody's telling me, from Louis T to Philly 500 to Mark, who even says I'm too nice. I'm about as realistic and nice a Cowboys fan as you're going to find, yet people continue to take advantage of that. So that's fine. We could agree. We could, listen, we could disagree, but there's a line, people. I have a show here. I have a fan base. This is a Cowboys channel first who respects all teams, and I'm going to give you my opinion. And again, lunchtime chat is different for me. It's not like a normal live stream. It's my time, man. I'm spending my lunch not eating and talking to you guys, and I got people leaving, texting me, saying I can't watch this, I can't be here for this. So, I got to do what I got to do. I got to do the greater good. I got people who aren't returning to the channel because of it. So what's going on, Troy Daniels, Thomas Garrett, Randy McIntyre? What's going on,
How you doing,
everybody?
Brian?
What's up, Brian?
I was gonna say not much here. Just been recouping.
Yeah, how you doing? Troy?
Feeling much better.
Well, that's good, man. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I got Aisha Robertson. She emails me. She's not doing good, health wise, meaning mentally. We all don't know what people are going through. So again, just everybody needs to lighten up a little bit and just be nice, man. You can root on Sundays for your team, but lunchtime chat's not a place to come after people. So
no, it's not.
I'm giving my time, and it's just, again, it's about themselves, it seems like. But anyway, Bruce Banner, what's going on, my man? How you doing tonight? I guess we have to deal with the same old crude another season. Way to go, Catboy. Who knows, man? Again, I'm not going to overreact. I guess I could do 100 videos. Unfortunately, I'm exhausted because I have a truck full of mail, and it's, if you ever saw a Jingle All the Way, where Sinbad's miserable. That's kind of how I am during the day. So my fuse may have been a little bit shorter because I'm a mailman. I have way too many packages, guys, for me to be delivering. It's ridiculous.
You're the Santa Claus of the mail.
Well, again, just remember this. UPS, that's all they do is packages. Everybody goes, oh, my God. Yeah, okay. That's all they do, right? You got the FedEx. That's all they do. Me, they give me a smaller truck. Yeah, it's nice. It's a smaller truck. But, I have to deliver a third bundle. I have to deliver circulars. I have to deliver it all. So, and then I have 190 packages that I had nowhere to put. I got to leave half of them back at the post office, and only to go back later in the day to have to reload. I've turned into the the UPS, if friggin', and what's funny is what do you call it? Amazon drops off all the heavy shit that they don't want to deliver at our dock. We deliver a lot of Amazon packages, but it's all the heavy, bulky shit. I'm like, you're the ones that got the big truck. Why do I have to fit this friggin' chrome rim in the back of my vehicle when I don't have a lot of room? So
That's pathetic.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So Jermaine, he's gone, baby. Later, bro. I don't have time for your negativity either. At all. So, Bruce, what's up? I have the postmaster deliver that shit. Yeah, well, long story there. The postmaster ain't never around, so it's usually the supervisors that are underwater. The phone rings nonstop. So what's going on?
Is that a Happy Birthday behind you?
Is your channel, bro, running how you see it? Thanks, Rolo. I appreciate it. So what do we got tonight? Who are we picking for tonight's game? The Rams or the 49ers? I actually changed my pick to the 49ers. I had Rams all week, but what do you guys think?
I got the Niners close.
Rams are going to win.
Yeah.
I got the Rams.
Yeah,
The Niners are at
I looked
home.
at the line, and the money took me to the Niners, so we'll see. Jimbo, what's going on, man? How you been, brother? I'm coming. Okay, well, now she wants to come. Rams, close game. Yeah, that's what I had all week. It came over me. I just have a feeling that the Niners are going to show up tonight. I think they both need it.
I got the Rams, even though I don't like neither one.
Well, I kind of want to see the Niners win some games. You know, I don't want the fucking Niners to finish below us. You know, that's one thing I don't want to do.
What is their
CZ,
record?
where's Chris Dooley at? I'm playing Chris Dooley in fantasy. I'm going to get smoked. But this is the free fantasy. I'm looking at it. Yeah, you know, it's just ridiculous. Fantasy football is a joke. Fucking ridiculous. You know,
Whose record?
I'm playing a guy who's 12-1-1. How the hell did he not get a bye? We got to fix this next year, Troy.
We will.
I mean, you finished 12-1. You need to get a bye, bro.
Yeah, exactly. I still could not figure out how to do it.
Yeah, well,
But
you know, I don't want to.
We've got the year to do it.
I don't want to have to put a lot of money into this. You know,
No, you
meaning,
don't. Just do a plaque for
No,
congratulations.
no, I'm talking
You and-
about. I used to use CBS. I have all my, you know, settings in there, but it's $160 for the season. It's awesome and all, but you know, I'm very familiar with that. This, how we do it with this, we just gotta fix it. You got all season to work on it. You're the commissioner. I might actually pay you next year to do it with all the BS you had to deal with. Jesus.
No, it's okay. I can do it for free, Brian.
No, I'm
no
playing
problem.
with you, but you know, I'll make you something. I'll have Mark make you something. So, Rob,
Okay,
man,
sounds
how
good.
you been? I haven't seen you in like forever, bro.
Man,
Drew?
just been working, and like I told you last time I was on, you know, it's fun to jump on and debate before the season starts. You know, it makes it fun to kind of see how things are going to be projected. But as our season, you know, prolonged, it's, you know, not as fun anymore. You know,
Yeah, I hear
it's
you.
more
That's
fun
why.
when it's more relevant, and you know, and then I think, you know, kind of segueing from what you're saying there, I could see where you kind of take it that, you know, we're taking a shit on your Cowboys by saying Micah is
Yeah, again,
overhyped,
that was
but-
not in my opinion. I just want to come out and talk, and it just seems like Drew
Hey,
takes
but
it right to Micah
Sure.
and how bad the Cowboys are, and it's like, yeah, I don't have time for it. I don't, man.
Well, to be fair, someone else mentioned Micah before.
Yeah, again,
I think either
but
one
it
of us
just,
did.
I don't mind a comment here or there, but it's just every, and it was just, again, it
Well,
is
I
what
haven't
it
been
is,
on
man.
to
You guys
do
can,
everything, but I know you mentioned, you know, you said that Drew did it, but you know where I was coming from with it though is kind of like how you were earlier in the year, where you know you were saying, hey, you know what, if we're going to trade any of them before,
and I did say that,
you know,
but
and you mentioned Micah.
don't you
and
think
to
we
me,
can
it's like,
change our opinion, though? You know, when we see
absolutely.
guys,
And I praised
how
Micah
things,
before
I'm
this,
so,
and now
I'm
I'm
so proud
saying
of
that
him.
I just don't think that he's worth being the highest paid.
And that's
paid
fine.
defensive end.
That's debatable. But again, after you see, like, I guess it's the easiest way I could say it is when you, like, the worst thing we all can do is look at a sideline, and I'm guilty of this when I talk about players, but I try not to look at a sideline and say that we know what's in a man's head or a man's heart. He was crying because he lost his brother, his teammate, who they literally sat in the locker on Wednesday before this past game. This is Overshone, Micah, and a few others, and they were talking about the journey that Ademo had recovering from the ACL.
Absolutely.
And, you know, and so when you look at it, dude, at the end of the day, it's like making content isn't always an exact science. Yeah, I know there's shit I'll make that I'll look foolish, and I know full well that I'm not always right. I'm always gonna, you know, sometimes I may say something and literally a week later we hear, like kind of like the John Lynch thing, right? Like, I didn't know that. Nobody brought it to my attention. I was talking to people in Frisco. John Lynch was in Frisco because a Charvarius Ward's daughter died, and he's from Frisco. That's the, I guess it's the corner or the safety from the 49ers. So him and a bunch of staff were at the, you know, again, I'm gonna do shit that's wrong. But again, I'm just trying to, you know, I just want to, you know, everybody get along. You know, I think I'm about as fair, and I get shit on by a lot of my Cowboy fans when it comes to the Eagles. You know, it's like, well, how could you be not fair? Well, everybody's unfair. Yeah, a lot of people just want to shit on them just for views. I'm not going to do that. I will keep it 100. Stephanie Stites, how's Randy? How's Randy doing, Stephanie? Was like, we missed him in Dallas. YouTube J Capilot, what's going on? Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, YouTube. J Capilot, what do you mean, y'all? Like, what are you talking about? You guys, I'm not even going to address it. I'm not even going to address it. I'll let my mods take care of it. So, hey, Vanny, Randy is good. I have him doing dishes. Oh, okay, good.
Yeah,
Anyway,
to your point of keeping it 100, man, that was just my honest observation of Micah.
A little wrong because like Drew's relentless, and sometimes he's got to understand the room, man. It's not just me you're talking to. I got a bunch of people text me, said I'm done, I'm out. They don't want to be shit on all day.
I don't think Drew said anything disrespectful.
Again,
this is coming from
Rob,
because of the relentless. Maybe because you're saying it,
Rob, but at the same time,
but he didn't say anything disrespectful.
Well, no, you didn't. But that's the thing is, were you in before the broadcast before that, the broadcast before that, the broadcast before that, the broadcast before that, broadcast before that?
I get that.
So that's the part where he's talking about. And honestly, I was with Brian as well, man. Let's trade Micah. Let's get this some value and stuff. But I've seen this defense without him, and we need somebody for everybody to focus on. Even if he's not producing, he's at least getting pressures. I think, even being injured. He comes back in. He's still able to get pressure. We just like our offense. We need to compliment Dak. We need to compliment Micah. Let's be real. It's just
I want to say something about.
I don't. Well, yeah. I was just going to say, we hear the comments about the offseason there. I'm not worried. I'm not taking any consideration of anything that they're saying because they just talk so much, and you don't know if they're trying to throw you off with a strategy or if they're actually talking truth, man. And I can't stand the Joneses. But go ahead, Randy.
Yeah, what I wanted to say is the thing with Micah is I don't think people are looking at. We've got one of the weakest defensive tackle parts of our line in football. Mm-hmm. Okay, so. The line can't keep the players off of him. So he's not able to do what he really could do if you had a couple of defensive tackles in front of him. So people can do all the talking they want. I do not want to get rid of him.
Randy, so my question to you is this, would you pay him? Would you make him the highest paid defensive player in the league?
Well, the problem with that is okay, if the Joneses are going to do what they said they're going to do and not go after free agents, like it sounds like they're saying, I don't know. We'll find out.
You got to spend that money somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Why are you going to pay these guys these big money? Why pay Dak? Okay. If you're not going to go out and get better players, then why pay all this money out to these people and just go get about 5 or 6 players that can help you more than one player?
Exactly. That's my point, is that I wouldn't pay Micah because I think if you trade him and get draft capital, you could afford to bring in players to build. To me, how you just said, Randy, about Micah, that he doesn't have the defensive tackles to kind of free him up to be a game wrecker. Myles Garrett doesn't either. Myles Garrett's still a game wrecker. TJ Watt
Yeah, but he came into the league as a defensive end, where he came in the league as a linebacker. To me, he's always an undersized right end, and that's why he needs that Von Miller guy. You need a edge rusher next to him as he also rushes.
Agreed.
He needs to be that outside linebacker, not the defensive end.
But he doesn't want to get paid like in that. He doesn't want to get paid like that.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well,
you want to get paid. He's still gonna get paid.
Look, talk is cheap. So again, to sit here and talk about money, and we've been through this. We don't know. Again, his latest statement, and this was a couple weeks ago, was he'll do what he has to do to keep the band together. He's not. Again, what I get upset about is, and I'm on record, and I don't want to make a whole show talking about Micah because we got a Thursday night football game here that the Rams just it took it over, but. He already come out and said, we don't know what the truth is. Just like when we sit on the sideline, like we see players on the sideline, whether it's Eagles and A.J. Brown. I've been critical of A.J., but I've also, in the same breath, said he's arguably the best receiver in the league. So, again, I'm gonna let I think that's fair. So,
well, I mean, the Eagles benefited. Let's be real. I mean, they even know they benefited twice of people's mistakes. So, yeah, you're right. All right, Brian, man, I'll stop talking, dude.
No, I just was in the middle of a thought. No, it's all right. Go ahead.
Hey, one thing, Brian. One reason why I'm a part of your podcast is because you say it like you feel. Okay,
that doesn't mean I'm right. I say how I feel. And
I respect. I respect you for that. That's why I'm listening to you and not somebody else where they're just running off at the mouth. Whether it's the Cowboys, the Eagles, 49ers, it doesn't matter. Right now the Eagles have a damn good team.
They do.
Plain and simple.
I got family members that root for them. People act like that, that I'm sitting there trying to troll the Eagles. I'm just trying to do content, and not go over the edge, kind of fine line it. Sometimes that's worse, I guess.
Yeah.
So.
Well, how far have we been out of the playoffs? How long has it been since we've been out of the playoffs? 5 games, 6 games? Let's put it where it's real here.
You want to talk about something that frustrates me? Let's talk about a front office. But Rams looking at 3rd and 14.
I agree with you. I would love to see, and I'll say this. I hope the Rams win, but I think the 49ers are going to win because I want the 49ers to fire their staff so we can go get them.
That's one of the main reasons why I'm going with the Rams.
But, who knows what anymore? I mean, I don't know. The reason I brought this all up is because, Brian, you say what's honest, and that's why I'm here and not somewhere else. Period.
Not to mention, Brian, you don't have to be right all the time. Look at me. I stutter out.
That, right, Drew?
I stutter wrong statistics at times. But you don't have to be right all the time. That's the beauty of being a content creator, YouTube hoster. You don't have to, play to the level of some of these people. And you have control of who comes in and is, let in and let out, or you can boot whoever you want from the chat. That's the beauty of it.
I would kill to have our team in the playoffs right now, at least in the hunt.
Me too.
But I mean,
I'll tell you right now. I think right now they're sitting 12th in the draft order.
Yeah,
they are.
Okay, so
because of strength of schedule, they didn't move anywhere last week.
And you know what? That's
they
where
were
I wanna
13th
go
last week.
And I understand why. It makes sense, but I did not realize that. I hadn't thought about it.
I didn't either.
Because I remember Randy said, oh, well, we jump. Yeah, good. Let's lose because, if we're tied, then we lose a tiebreaker. Now they go by a strength of schedule.
Strength of schedule, yeah.
So it doesn't matter. If we tie with all these teams, because we had a first place schedule, we drop to the bottom. So that, it is what it is. But, that's just how it is, So,
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
I think last week they were in 13th, so they did move up one this week with the loss.
And you know what? I've been saying how I think they're going to lose to Carolina, and looking at the numbers and everything I'm seeing, listen, it's going to be a field goal game. I'm telling you.
Carolina's been competitive.
Carolina plays good, but their defense is incredibly bad.
Carolina has been competitive.
They run the ball.
They
run the hell out of the ball, and their defense is bad. So even a Cooper Rush might be able to score enough points to win. I looking back, and I'm not trolling, but I was just surprised because I did expect the Eagles to kind of really put it to them.
I thought they would too, but they end up losing by 6 to the Eagles.
But I mean, let's face it, Leggett drops the ball right in his hand. Now, Eagles may have went down and won with a field goal.
That's true.
Nobody realizes that. Eagles may have went right down and won with a field goal. So, but I mean, the fact that, I was just really surprised that, the Eagles just didn't hammer them. That's why there was, that's why some of the issues after the game. It's not like me trolling. That's Philadelphia.
Well, the issues are valid.
Wants to
the issues are valid. I mean, to me, Hurts is holding on to the ball too long. He had a slant where that's the touchdown to Calcaterra where he could have hit AJ easily for a touchdown because he was dead open on the slant. He was coming from the left going right, and he saw him. I know the safety kind of jumped, which I think made Hurts scared, but I thought he had plenty of window to get it in there. Then he ended up throwing it to Calcaterra, but there was a lot of AJ was open a lot during that game that he just didn't, get him the ball. So, I mean, AJ has all the right to feel frustrated.
Wow,
so, I mean,
look
there's
at that
some
play for George Kittle.
there's some validity to that, like AJ's frustration. But I think what Hurts is doing at this point, this is my opinion, this is my take from watching the all 22 after the game, is that he is so concerned about the turnovers of throwing interceptions that he's just not flinging it. And sometimes you just got to fling it.
Well, y'all don't really need to fling it right now. You're winning. Period.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to be able to keep up that kind of
in the playoffs.
We can't match points with Detroit by doing that.
Right.
And hopefully our defense could, contain Detroit, and I think they will, because our defensive tackles, I think, will be able to rattle Goff. But we got to have some kind of passing game. We can't just continue to run Saquon to the ground. I mean, we got to have a balance. We have to have more balance, and we have the weapons to do it. We just got to go.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's all I'm saying. It's like you literally, arguably, especially now, because Detroit suffered not so much on offense, but I think I've been saying it for weeks now that they match up really good against Detroit. So again, Rob, this is just a situation where the one time I say something that's just a little off, certain people just have a problem with it. Well, everything is not rosy. Can we agree with that?
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying you, but you have to just please take it into context. What am I going to do? A video about Dallas, who's got 5 freaking wins every week, especially when I live in the area? No, and we could disagree, but just to harass me over and over.
And I mean, what's not to say Philadelphia?
You're wrong.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
Okay, whatever. Who cares, bro?
What's not to say Philadelphia goes through the same thing we're going through this year?
Well,
injuries.
I don't wish that on anybody. That's the difference.
No, I know that.
I'm not saying nobody in here does, but some of the shit that I've had to deal with, and I just hid one from the channel, as we started. Jermaine, you're done, bro. I see all the comments. I see them all about wishing injury and, the Cowboys fans. I hope you go cry yourself to sleep. Get lost, bro. I don't got time for you. So again, it's not about money for me. I invest a lot of money into this channel. Rob knows how much this shit costs that I'm staring at right now. Absolutely. I sold my motorcycle for $5,000. I put instantly 3 right into it. So when somebody sends me a $5 super chat, or I get $3.50 a month, I just got back from Dallas, people. How much did that cost? That was about $2,000.
Yeah, I was going to say, that probably set you back.
Big time. So I don't need anybody throwing pressure on me. Well, I give you super chats. You got to do what I tell you to do. No, I don't. I don't mean you guys, but, I'm just saying I get a lot of bullshit that I don't need to get, because I am more than nice to everybody. Like I said, I'm a Philly guy. Everybody knows my story. Everybody knows why I root for the Cowboys. I don't hate the Eagles. That's the difference. It's hard for certain people to understand that. I got my sister, her whole family are Eagle fans. We have a great time, but they don't do what certain people, they don't do, they know better. So anyway, Crowley, at the end of the day, it's just football. I agree, but not necessarily for some people. They just continue to go and go and go. And it's like, dude, can you cut me a break? We're having a season of hell with... Fuck the record, just the injuries. We're talking guys. Yeah. That's what you have to understand is guys are just. I hate to see it. What did I say at the beginning of the year? I want to play the Eagles, and shit. Odds are we would have lost, but who cares? That's fun. That helps my channel when Dallas and Eagles are both good in a playoff game or an end of the year situation. Well, that's over. That's over for me. I don't have that. And I ain't crying poor, but it's like. Can we just kind of calm down a little bit? Sandeep, I might be Eagles fan, but wishing injuries on anyone is just sad. Yeah, exactly, man. That's why I got to be a little more, I got to be like a little more rough on people, because I don't like blocking people. I don't, but we can't have that, man. Life's too short. I got fucking excuse my language. I got damn drones circling over my house. What the hell is going on?
You haven't heard about that shit.
What's going on, Rob? You're piped in. What is going on?
Yeah, what is
That's
going
me.
on back
I'm
east there?
serious. It's getting a little bit scary.
Yeah, man, I couldn't tell you. Maybe you're just a superstar, man. People want
No,
to see
not
your
my
every
house per
move.
se. The state of New Jersey, there's drones. I mean,
I know,
all over the
you're
state.
Right,
Yeah.
No, I'm just making.
and it was in
light
Cherry
of it.
Hill, if you know where Cherry Hill is. So that
I
there's
do.
drones all
Yeah.
over Cherry Hill. What
Just
the
look out for
freak?
Canada. They're thinking about cutting power to certain places. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, go ahead. Well,
Yeah,
don't
did you
don't
mention something about a
don't
drone
Some
call
prime
out
minister
cryptic
from up there,
messages, Chris.
Toronto or something.
on your way?
I don't know, dude. There's a lot of weird shit going on with these drones, and they're worried about national security. And now the Canadians are the same way, and they're talking about cutting power.
Well, like,
Which might
I just
help
want
hurt
our
you guys in
government
the
to say what
East.
the hell is going on. That's all.
They
Just
won't
tell us
because
what's
they're
going on. We pay
incompetent.
taxes. Let me know why
Yeah,
there's a
we do.
drone near circle in the area. Not necessarily my house, but
They just
Dude,
keep
there's
saying that,
weird shit
that
going
it's
on,
not
man.
any known,
so it's extraterrestrial.
they're just saying that there's no known
Want you to
threat to
believe.
public safety is all I caught from when I read up on it. I was like, what the hell?
Here. Well, I'm sorry, my neighbor brought her dog over.
Aw.
Oh, the cute puppy doggy.
Yeah, she's back.
I'll tell you right now, at this point in the season,
I'll be right back.
I'm looking forward to the draft. I really am. I am looking forward to the draft.
Yeah, me too. I'm I want to know who gonna be in that top 10.
You know what
This
though? I'm
one-
not looking forward to it at all. Because
You
I
know-
want to see my ownership get off their ass and do something for once in
There
free
you
agency
go.
Yeah.
before doing whatever they want to do in the draft. You can't just build the draft. You have to build through free agency and the draft.
Well, we
No.
know they're not going to do it.
You
We
know,
know they're not going to do
We're
it.
not going nowhere then until they get off their butts and start being competent.
Well, the good thing is we're going to know pretty early when when free agency opens. If we're not signing anybody, we're all going to know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Honestly,
Because you're gonna have the first wave of free agency, which will be gonna be in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 12th.
Yeah, March the 12th. We're gonna know what's up in free agency. If they don't do anything then, we'll know what's up.
We already got
Then-
Catboy already complaining about we're broke, we ain't got no
Exactly.
money.
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell do you
Man, I don't
figure,
wanna-
man?
Man,
How
if
many
you
of us
ask-
have gone through the cap situation?
man, if you ask
saw
me,
that
don't
too.
want. If you ask me, man, I don't want to hear that lazy trifling shit. I don't.
Me either.
Because that's what Jerry and Stephen is telling me, mainly Stephen. What that's really telling me is that's telling me that the Joneses are some lazy, trifling mother humpers. Y'all know what I want to say, but
I just simply think they're just not interested in winning. They're just interested in revenue.
In their brand.
Yeah, which goes along with revenue.
And that's what's frustrating about being a Cowboys fan, because it's,
well, y'all talked
I'm a
about
Cowboys fan, not a Jerry. I mean, it's like, why don't we just change the name of the team to the Dallas Jerry Joneses?
yeah,
That's what it feels like,
Well, y'all talk about being a fan. I wear my gear whether they win or lose, and
Oh, I do too.
you go through
I've been
somewhere
told.
and somebody says something to you, and it's like, man, I've been taking this for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
30 years we've been dealing with this, but the same guys. Now, looking back on 1989 when we were 1-15, the same guys that were teasing me where I was playing, softball games or in sports or whatever, were the same guys. Once they started winning, they showed up with Cowboy gear, and I would say, hey, you're not a true fan if you're not going to support your team 100%, no matter what. I support the Cowboys, but I don't support Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, Jerry
I feel you
Jones and
there.
Steven
Like me.
is ridiculous.
I think that's what
You
we're all
like me, Randy.
we're all probably
Yeah.
bad.
And I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
it's ever
hard.
going to change until we get the ownership out of there. And I hate to say that, but the fortunate thing is football season is about 8 months away for us. It's sad to say that, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
I heard somebody tell me, he said, man, y'all ain't gonna do nothing until Stephen Jones is long gone. And I told him, I said, no. See, what you finna realize is It don't work like that because you see, when Stephen is gone, you still got to deal with. I mean, when Jerry is gone, you still got to deal with Stephen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Stephen is worse. So.
Worse. Right. Well, you could tell.
Huh?
Never seen. Oh, you could tell. I never seen a guy pinch pennies so darn much when you really don't have to. And then sit there and procrastinate with your finger up your butt, wondering why that's your quarterback's costing you what he's costing you. I mean, come on.
Well, I just said that we're going to find out early in free agency, but we're really going to find out when the coaches decided who's going to coach this team next year.
Right.
That too. You're right on that.
Because if you're not willing to pay the bigger money for the better coaches and you're going to bring McCarthy back or whatever, we're going to find out right away. So
yeah, we are.
Tell us everything.
Well, we know who's not on the block anymore.
Yes. I really didn't want him. I want somebody that's going to take charge, and I don't think that we'll ever see that with Jerry.
No,
well, to your point, Randy, that's exactly the problem. It's not just the money as far as them wanting to pay, but it's also these coaches willing to come in and work for somebody that their hands are tied all the time, where they're not going to be able to, coach the team and have say in the personnel.
Right.
And that's the problem is Ben Johnson already said that, like, listen, I'm not interested. I don't want to go there.
And I don't blame him. I don't want to coach for a team I don't have control of.
And then plus, I don't want to coach a team where I'm gonna have a boss that's gonna tell me to kiss his ass 24/7. No.
Well, then, and beyond that, players not respecting them because they could run to Jerry anytime that they felt like they're getting disciplined by the coach. That's an issue as well. There's no accountability.
Rob, I've been saying that for the last 2 or 3 years.
Yep. Well,
you must have been listening to me. I've been telling Brian and Mark Holmes the same damn thing.
It's true. There's no accountability there.
There's no accountability because if somebody has the power like they do, they can't,
Well, it's
have
beyond
enough.
me. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, man.
To say, it's my fault. I made a mistake.
Right.
They're too prideful to even admit it. So
absolutely,
it's somebody else's fault, and it's been like that forever.
Yeah.
And I've personally felt like Wade was talking about a while back ago. I think our best team we had was when we did have Romo, and that's when the year
when we lost to the Giants.
And I think Parcells left all the pieces in place for that team to take off if we would have kept Sean Payton. I honestly believe that. But
if we would have kept Sean Payton, he would still be here, and there's no telling how our team would be.
But he's doing wonders here in Denver. I mean, for him to get Bo Nix to play that the way he is, I mean, I don't even, with the exception of Surtain, I can't name another defensive player here in Denver, but they're a top 5 defense. I mean, he has these guys playing hard.
Yeah.
Denver's playing some damn good ball, and for them to take that big of a cap hit to get rid of Russell Wilson and still win.
Not only that, Denver's a playoff contender.
Yeah.
They're a playoff contender right now.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they could have beat KC if it wouldn't have been for that field goal. So I mean, they're playing hard, and so yeah, Peyton's doing a good job here in Denver.
If Jerry is not, if he's not somewhere right now saying, "Dang, I screwed up at this," or "Dang, I screwed up in letting this player go," and he win a Super Bowl with somebody else, or "Damn, I let this exec go," and he win exec of the year at another thing. If that don't hit, if that don't hit his mind and say these things, then that tells me that something's wrong with him. That tells me that something mentally is wrong with him.
Well, that goes back to Jimmy. That was the first mistake. Second mistake was not drafting Randy Moss. I mean, I like the other guy, but come on. Greg Ellis is great, but you pair that guy with Irvin, oh, good Lord, and Emmett, sheesh.
Hey, Phil, you okay over there, brother?
Yeah,
I'm man, if you'd have done that, that would have been that probably would have been one of the greatest receiving tandems ever.
Here you go, Phil. This is for you. Football, baby! We got the football.
So Niners out to an early lead on 3-0.
Yeah.
Real barn burner we got going here.
I should have taken the under in this game at this rate.
Well, when I think I saw what a Greenlaw, everybody was active. You know, I'm like, I don't know. I still think the Rams. Yeah, looking at it, Niners aren't really showing me much. So.
Well, the under keeps dropping. It was at 49. It went to 44. Now it's down to 43.
Makes you wonder if Brock Purdy is going to get picked up for that contract next year.
It's coming this year.
Barack.
Yep.
Yeah, because he is a free agent after this, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, this is his last year.
What are you doing, Daisy?
I don't think Debo will be back. They got to free up some kind of money to sign Purdy.
Yeah, I agree. I
Debo
think they're going to trade Debo in the draft.
Yeah.
Well, with that last outfit he wore, he deserves to be traded. Anybody see what he was wearing, man? Dude, some of these players are crazy. He was
Burrow too. That shit Burrow was wearing.
Really, I didn't see what he was wearing.
A lot of these players are weird, man. When
Did
it
you
comes
see what he was wearing?
Different generation guys.
Oh my god.
Yeah, a lot of these players are weird, man, when it comes to dressing attire.
They don't care. They got those millions. They
look like pajamas.
Yep.
Let me get to the chat real quick here. Vinny Hagen or Crowley. I don't like Debo. Actually, Debo's overrated. I loved him at one point, but I think he's overrated. Watch the Cowboys bring back McCarthy. Yeah, who knows, Daniel? Nothing would surprise me at this point.
Yeah, I loved him when he played in college at South Carolina.
Yeah, nothing's gonna surprise me. Let's see here. That's why I made the joke. And Drew said, "Oh, I want him." No. I didn't say I want him. I'm just talking about a topic. I think if McCarthy tells Dallas, everybody's assuming that Mike wants to come back to Dallas in the shit show. All I said was, if Mike basically tells them, you know what, I'm moving on. I'm not, because he's out of a contract. He doesn't have to be fired. He's just out of a contract. If that happens, then, Dallas... Yeah, they want the familiar. They want somebody they know. Don't think Kellen Moore wouldn't be interviewed for the head coaching job. And we would all hate it, but I'm just being honest. Where's Waldo? What's up, man? Thanks, Chris. But, yeah, that's all.
Hardgrave. Oh, damn. A whole bunch of guys they have are out. I was laughing earlier during the pregame. They're all saying, oh, San Francisco has all these injuries. I'm like, and we don't? But when it comes to us playing, we just suck.
I am hoping that they surprise us this week and play Trey Lance. What do you have to lose?
They're not. Right? They're waiting until they're eliminated. That's what they're waiting on.
Aren't we eliminated already?
No, they're idiots.
We're not.
Supposedly the latest thing, and that's one thing about being a Cowboy fan that's frustrating is supposedly the latest thing is they don't want to play Lance because if he plays good, then somebody might actually offer him money, and what they want to do is just bring him back on the cheap. And it's like, I don't know whether to believe that or they're afraid to play him because he stinks and nobody's going to offer him anything. I would think maybe somebody will offer him something half decent to compete if they don't see him. He's free. Meaning you don't have to give a draft pick up. So.
You guys remember the old NFC West? San Francisco, the Rams, the Falcons, and the Saints.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Lord have mercy. You talked about a lot of bad blood. I'm talking
about all four of them was battling for that division every year.
Mm-hmm.
all four of them were good. You know, that NFC West, man, was so unpredictable. You know, San Francisco would always win it, but every year it was unpredictable. That West was unpredictable because you didn't know who was going to win a division. You didn't know who was going to be the wild card. You didn't know because
always two out
everybody knew each other. You know, everybody knew each other, and man, it was crazy.
I miss
back
those division games. I even miss us playing against Arizona. Man, I've seen some pretty good Arizona Eagle games back in the day too.
Yeah,
for division. Those two played each other raw all the time. Oh, down goes Purdy.
Down goes Purdy.
Sack.
Bread, baby. Got breaded. Yeah, we got. Oh no. It went bye-bye.
Real barn burner here. Real boring game.
Right. All right, game time. I'm going to drop for a bit. I'll be
All
back
right, man. Thanks for stopping by.
All right, fam. See you soon.
Thank you.
Jamie Garcia. Hello, gentlemen. I hope you're all having a good evening and happy holidays. I'm so bummed out. Yeah, Jamie. At this point, I'm just looking for the draft pick. But when you have your GM, again, it's just very frustrating. When you have your GM who's does everything to bring down the hopes of your team, it's a problem. You know, like your fan base just gets kicked in the nuts by your vice president of football when he says, well, yeah, we're going to be, money's going to be tight. No, it's not. The money will not be tight at all. We will have as much money as we possibly need. You know, you flip a couple switches, you're looking at $100 million. What are you talking about? You choosing not to, you're choosing not to spend money. So that's what we got. You all right, Thomas? Everybody's quiet in here.
No, I'm sitting. Oh, he fumbled. I'm sitting here watching this Sunday night football game from Sunday when Los Angeles played Kansas City, and I'm listening to you all at the same time, and some just hit me.
What's up?
Some just crossed my mind, and I was getting ready to say, have you ever thought that Jerry, he don't know numbers?
Yeah, well,
you know,
yeah.
It crossed my mind on what you just said.
That's what I was talking about.
Flip a few things, and you'll have
do
more
they not
money.
know how to do it?
They wouldn't be billionaires if they didn't know.
You know what I'm saying? Do you not know how to do the cap, or are you choosing to be? This party for football, did someone die? Yeah, Coyote, everybody's miserable tonight. So, you know, whatever. It is what it is.
You know, I'm like, Brian, flip a few things and you'll have a shit ton of money in your salary cap. What are you thinking? Do you know numbers of a salary cap or what? Do you need to hire somebody that know the salary cap? Or is it that you're afraid to hire somebody because you're afraid that if you do, that certain person who you hire may steal the glory from you? And that's another thing about Jerry Jones. Well, I'm gonna say the Joneses. Their drug of choice is glory. Have you noticed that?
Glory hole.
Their drug of choice is glory. They are afraid of somebody taking the glory away from them. They're afraid of somebody taking the glory from them. But what they don't realize is they're so dumb that they don't get it. They're afraid. I mean, they're so dumb that they don't get it, not knowing that if that person is more successful, it's gonna be more glory to the Joneses, but they can't see it.
I feel like this season has been rock bottom for us. Can't imagine getting any worse. It could always get worse for Jamie. We've still got 4 games left.
The season ticket holders need to speak up and say we're not buying tickets is what they need to do.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Well,
that's the kryptonite, the season ticket holders.
It seems like our GM doesn't have any fire under his ass because he's not getting fired. That's the problem, people.
That is the problem. You're right.
That's the problem. He has no boss. He doesn't have to worry about next year and how he finishes up this year. Why? Because he's a GM. So this is going to sound mean, but until he drops dead, and that's mean. I'm not saying I'm wanting that, but until he's not here anymore, he's going to be Al Davis.
Yes,
that's what it's
who
going
they
to be.
remind me of.
Well, that's what it's going to be.
You know, that's his hero.
They don't have any balls.
Yep, he's already Al Davis.
And he'll tell you that Al Davis was his guy. He will tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but everybody laughed at Al Davis at the end. Did you not see that?
Yep. Everybody laughed at Al Davis.
They're laughing at us now.
And you know what? And everybody, and what Jerry Jones don't
right?
see, Jerry Jones don't see this. All of the sports owners of all the sports in the world, they're laughing at Jerry. And Jerry don't see this. He don't see this. And you know, and if I'm Jerry, and if these motherfuckers is laughing at me, I'm like, F this. I'm gonna turn this junk around. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But that's not Jerry.
What's up, Philly D? I want to get Phil's opinion on this. There's a strong rumor that's going around, Phil, regarding Bill Belichick. Now we can all have our own opinion on Bill Belichick, right? But the rumor was he wanted the Cowboy job, but he also wanted to be able to bring in Mike Lombardi. He wanted to bring in his son, and they didn't want any part of that. Are you buying that? And do you think that was, you want me? I come with a couple people. I want somebody in that front office. Do you think that, Phil, or do you think that that's all rumor?
Take you to the doctor.
When I look at Bill, I think he heard everybody backing up Mike, and he immediately decided, I'm going to go get a job before everybody thinks I'm rejected. So I think that the words of Dak and Jerry and Micah and stuff, those things, I think they would have, if he was interested in this job, I think those words meant something, and he decided to go ahead and go another route. And I mean, let's be real, man. He got paid twice as much as he would have got paid here anyways.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. But I still think that,
I think you might have something there.
I just don't think it bodes well for our organization. We've known this, right? But we've also had in the back of our mind, we've had, like they know what to do. I always use this analogy, like the movie Armageddon. Like we got scientists in a room just studying this friggin' asteroid that's coming towards our planet, right? They're smart enough. They're smarter than me and you. But with the Dallas Cowboys, I don't feel like they're smarter than you, Phil. You know what I mean? Like I feel like if
while
you were
every
running the draft, I would be a little happier. Sorry, Will McClay.
So
I don't know.
If every team is a doctor, we're over here looking up Viagra remedies. Like,
yeah, a little Hims action or whatever.
It's like it has nothing to do with football.
Little Rose Sparks.
And well, the problem, I know Jerry has this thing, and he opens his mouth, and And again, he doesn't do the free agency thing, which I think is a big, huge mistake. And which he did. I mean, when he did it, he won Super Bowls. When he didn't do it, he hasn't. So, and the problem is you're bringing in a son, much like Bill Belichick, where you're trying to bring your kid in there. He doesn't know football. Let's be real. Like, has he ever played football? Did he ever throw a football? I don't think I've ever seen him actually throw a football. I don't know if he was ever a ball boy on a team. I don't know, man. Like, to me, if people were calling you up asking you, hey, would you trade for this guy? And you're like, oh, yeah, and you don't even ask anybody in the room, like, and you don't even know who that is. Who's that? Like, right there, that automatically means that you should not be in the position you're at. And we all know it's just, by that point you're in an Adam Sandler movie. Just because you know him, you can be part of the group. I'll bring you over every single time I go somewhere. I can't stand. I think that's the biggest thing. Is I've met Steve, and I have no problem huge on him, but I
don't care that we do or don't have Bill Belichick, but it's the process in which we don't have Bill. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care that Bill is not our head coach. We were like, okay, we kind of want somebody else, but I don't like the fact that he wasn't, because you literally heard Jerry Jones. I don't know. Did you hear Jerry on 105.3 the other day, right after the game? It was like the next day.
Yeah.
He basically said, oh, well, it's all, don't always believe what you hear regarding Bill, him going with another team, and I did hear rumor, especially when we were down there, that they were talking. Don't think they were talking to McCarthy while Garrett was still there. I'm sure they've been talking. Because 105.3 was actually Bobby Belt was reading a line, and it basically sounded exactly how Jerry sounded regarding McCarthy, but back when they end up ultimately not bringing back Jason Garrett and going to McCarthy. The same sort of thing. So it is not 100% that McCarthy's coming back. But
when you were talking about the coach thing, though, I think you hit something on the head, because that's going to happen everywhere. Like, okay, we won't let you buy the groceries. Boom, that's one coach. Okay, we're not going to allow you to bring your coaching staff in there because we want to put our guys in. Boom, that's another coach. Oh, I'm going to constantly talk to the media, and you're going to be constantly having to counter what I say. Boom, that's another coach. It's just, I'm not going to pay you as much as other teams are going to do. Oh,
and
boom,
when
that's
it's
another
done,
coach.
You're literally standing with a small group of people that fit into your little bubble that you want to hire as the coach of the Cowboys, rather than
Brian,
the best possible guy, right? That you might have to pay $15 million.
Boom.
I think it happened. I think Belichick did talk with the Joneses, and he had
that's
told.
Probably offensive right there.
If you remember, Belichick was in Dallas.
Vinny, yes.
Some kind of charitable benefit, and I think he talked to the Joneses then, and he probably told him who he was going to bring in and all of that. And I think,
exactly.
Do you remember that?
It all went to hell after that.
Do you remember that time when he said, man, if I could spend the money, if I could buy another championship, I would, but with salary cap? And well, guess what? You got to spend it. If you're talking this big game like this, then you have to spend it where the league allows you to spend it. Oh, I have an amazing stadium and I make money this way. Oh, I do this in my parking lot. Oh, I do this in my consistent. But you can't do that with your damn roster and stuff. Like, it's just funny, man. Your coaching staff, spend it, man. Go out there and get somebody. It's like, well, it's not. You're getting the same person for the exact same price. No, man. You're shopping in the fucking clearance section. Quit doing it. Sorry for my language. All right.
No, you're good. No, you're good.
Yeah, they're looking for those
Dave?
bargain basement,
Well, no, look at USFL. I mean, how you guys have we got from there? I mean,
I said it Monday, prime time. I said it Monday. Stephen, that he need to come out of that damn thrift store. He need to take his ass to Louis Vuitton, and he need to take his ass to Chanel. I said that.
Oh, that's funny.
Chanel. Michael Kors.
And
What's up, Curtis?
No.
Ooh.
That a pass interference?
I don't know, but I got.
I think that was a good
picture
call.
of
I think that was a good call.
everybody. Here you go. Here you go, Kittle.
Like what he's talking about.
Yeah, I can't stand George Kittle either. All because of what he.
can't.
I just can't. He's
Well, in
just
general,
jack
just
off.
yeah. He
Sorry.
is.
Brian, I
He
didn't
is.
know this. I didn't know this. George Kittle, he lived here in Nashville during the off season.
Yeah,
I didn't
well.
know.
Sounds about right.
Let's go look him
Probably
up for
like-
me.
Probably he's like married to his sister or something too.
You know, my thing is this: when it comes to getting back to Dallas, and we're watching the game, it's a real barn burner. He needs to catch that ball. Oh, he did catch it. Oh no, he didn't.
No, he
No, he
didn't.
didn't. It's incomplete.
3-0 Niners with in the second quarter already. Time flies when you're playing a boring game. I just think that it's just disappointing, man, that losing hasn't gotten to their. You know, I think Jerry would go out being a hero if he brought in a GM, man. I think if he I don't even care if you made Will McClay the GM. I think he would be a hero. Yet there's going to be a faction, and I was just in Dallas, me and Phil, and we, Wade tried, we went to some shady places, but, Wade tried and get the flavor of local.
I peed in someone's lawn.
Yeah, he peed in somebody's lawn. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was fun. It was really fun, but, they're not happy. Thomas Garrett, they're not happy. Do you know who's really not happy? When you go towards the old Dallas, like Dallas, actual Dallas, they are pissed off that the team is no longer there. I get it. It's 40 minutes down the road. I get it. But they're not happy they're not in downtown Dallas anymore, that the Joneses took the team and went to Frisco, built that city up, making, went from, just being a normal millionaire. He had to scrape up his nickels to buy the Cowboys for $150 million. I mean, let's not feel sorry for Jerry, right? But now they're worth billions. They're the highest valued the sports franchise on Earth, on the planet Earth, the Dallas Cowboys. And yet we got our vice president, not even our GM, who seems like, I don't care how you voted. He's got a little. He's wandering. He's got a little Biden in him. Jerry Jones. He's walking into paths like in a woods where there ain't no paths. So it's like, dude, it's time. It's time to step away. I think you would go out as a hero if you were even if you made Will McClay the GM. He deserves it. Until he don't, and then he could be graded on it. But Phil, nobody's job is in jeopardy. Is what I'm trying to get at. So anyway,
Well, that and the fact that we've never heard about him pissing off anybody either. Pretty sure he'd be pretty respectful to these guys.
Did you hear what he just
know
did?
what their value.
He went after Bones Fossil.
Yep, right after the game.
And listen, I don't have a problem with that, but this is why I don't like him getting in front of the camera and doing an interview before the coach has. You're like superseding. It's just not the way things should be. And
To me, I'm okay. I want to keep Bones. Yeah, I want to keep Bones. And if anything, can I say 27 saved us? I mean, like, let's be real. He hangs his head in shame. Like, dude, don't hang your head in shame, man. Like, you'll probably come out next week, make a play or whatever like that. But no. Like, you saved us as fans, man. Don't hide your face, man. We're good.
No, don't do that.
Hey, Julian, how are you? Does anyone have a great GM in mind? Dave, I don't even care. I just want change. I want somebody in that.
Jimmy Johnson?
Well, yeah. I want somebody in that job who actually, like when Phil goes to work, he has to do certain things or what? He won't have a job. I have to do certain things and not do certain things, right? Or I won't have a job. So it's like we have
some reason, like
we all have to answer to somebody, Phil, right? Am I wrong?
Yep.
And the local media won't say shit to him.
Well, you go to see anybody that actually does that to make him accountable. He's over here. Like, I don't need a jack. What you do? That whole shit.
Exactly.
Like, I'll go somewhere. I'll get somebody to ask the questions I want. Like, dude, man, he wants softball pitches. He messes all up, but then he doesn't want anybody to bring it up during the review, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And I just want somebody that has to do a job and be graded on that job, not to have a carte blanche to do whatever they want and not to ever have to. Brian brought us, I'm normally positive when it comes to Brian. And he says he doesn't have to worry about his job. That's not normal for NFL. Like, you have to make decisions. You get more wins when a GM has to fight for his job. That's just a fact. Jerry won't pay the correct money for coaching.
Who was the last one that did that? Like the Raiders guy, right? And what was he doing? He wasn't doing jack shit, man.
Come here.
So I mean, he does at least listen to other people. He just I don't know, man. He's stuck in his ways. And again, Einstein said it best. To repeat something over and over and expect different results.
Yeah,
exactly. You're just you're expecting
insanity.
Yeah, and that's the thing is, like, let's say he is right. Let's say eventually he drafts something, they win a Super Bowl. You are 1 for 30 something like that. That just goes to prove what your method is not working. Unless you build a franchise that actually goes and does like a Mahomes type of situation. But we all know that goes with the quarterback that belongs in that whole thing.
Yeah, what's up, Clemente? Yeah, I agree with you. And Mike, again, I don't want to just always have to turn to Jerry, but that in any other team, right, Troy? Any other team, the GM would be.
I would almost be okay with.
Yeah, I think so.
I would almost be okay with making McCarthy the damn GM. I don't mind his talent and his view of being able to see talent.
And then be graded upon that. And if you don't get the job done, then you got to go. But again, I just think it's not cool, man. It's just so frustrating.
It's like we've been saying the whole year. Jerry's just got his hand in the cookie jar way too much. He needs to get out of the way.
He needs to get the hell out of the way.
He knows it too. That's the thing. I think he knows it.
Well, he's constantly trying to defend himself against everybody.
Yeah, and I think that
just be an owner. Let the people you hire do
wouldn't
their
he be
job.
a hero if he went? Let's just say he went and brought in Jimmy Johnson, like Phil said. Let's just say, Jimmy probably wouldn't do it, but let's just say
Moose, Troy,
whoever.
Hey,
Troy
somebody,
Aikman.
I don't know.
There you go. Perfect one. I think Troy would be the best.
And Troy, and Brian.
Yes.
What he don't know is he bring in a nice general manager and turn things around. That will build the hell out of his ego, and he don't even know this. He's so damn dumb. He don't even know this. That will boost his ego up so high that he can go out, get in front of the camera, and talk more doo-doo than anybody.
For some reason, I don't know. Moose has that GM look, don't he? Just Moose Johnson has that, like he does. Like
he was a GM in the USFL.
His ass got the GM look.
I don't know if Jerry would do something with Jimmy. I don't see that happening.
Well, yeah,
Brian is one of those.
Yeah.
But one thing I do see him possibly doing is bringing in former players, possibly.
I just think the last thing we needed, Troy, right now. I think the last thing we needed was to have Stephen Jones come out and say, "Oh yeah." We're already having. That's how out of touch they are. Even if you plan on not spending a dime and doing what you did in free agency this year,
Don't
say it to a fan base who's dying right now.
Yeah.
Well,
here's the thing: going into it,
pompous jagoff. Yeah. That's what I feel.
Going into the offseason, are they tight? Yes. We know if they hit the switches, they're not tight. Is that what he's talking about? Are they trying to do the whole thing where, hey, we told Dak, if you take this contract, we're not going to get you anything. We're not going to be able to afford to. Now we're going to ride this out to make sure that we were correct and we didn't lie to him. You know, like, well, we told you. If you want to, you got to take a pay cut. So I don't know.
But my God, if you put a winning team on the field, you imagine how much money they would bring in?
New fans that actually started buying their gear?
Oh my God, they would make it would be crazy.
You talking about they got a new GM?
No, just winning in general.
I agree.
Oh yeah, and not only that, if they were to bring in a new GM, don't you know, almost every free agent would tell their agent, "Let's go to Dallas. Call Dallas, or call Jerry, or call Troy, or Moose Johnson, whoever new GM is, especially if it's either Troy or Moose Johnson, because they know both of these guys, because every Sunday, who's doing their games? Or Monday night, who's doing their games every Sunday, Monday night? Troy and Moose. And they talk to them every week during broadcasting players meetings.
Yeah, but I think there's certain people that could get into his head to allow me, okay, I want to get this guy. This is my vision. This is okay, I'm into your vision. I like it. And so I think those guys are good at motivating other ones. And I think if you can get somebody that can motivate Jerry in the correct way, Jerry's a little adolescent. So let's be real. We need to be able to kind of, look, you want to go to the swing set, or do you want to go to the samba? I want to go to the swing set. Good decision, Jerry. Like you got to steer him into freaking ways. That way it looks like he's making the decision, but he's not. Like, let's be real, man. And you know, that's the reason why he's at that same age as wearing diapers and stuff. So he just needs to kind of come around. We need somebody psychologically that can handle him.
Oh man, that's the frustrating part. You know, it's just like, man, we're not even through the season, and they're already now. The old adage, they don't want to negotiate through the media, right? So, but what is that? What that scare? Like, what that tells me is, Phil, and I'm scared, is that they're not bringing Osa back. They're not bringing Jordan Lewis, unless.
Well, no, that's their guys. That's their guys. They take care of their guys.
But they didn't last year necessarily.
Yeah, well, I mean, would you really want any of those guys? I mean, Dante Fowler is probably the only one that's.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, and I just hope that it's just more smokescreen, and they don't want to say yes, and then they'll say, "Oh, we got you. You said you wanted to spend money, so we're gonna," So I don't know, but it's just frustrating. So we sit here 3-0 in a rain. It is nasty in San Fran. Look at that.
This game is. I thought maybe. Yeah, it just
the under, baby.
Wow.
Rob got mad, I think, because he took the over. He's like, I gotta get out of here.
It's understandable. You would have thought some score would have happened, man. But they can't even get 3 yards.
Yeah, be careful.
I knew something wasn't right, because I haven't heard you, Brian, mention anything about a score or a big play. Nothing happening.
Oh, it's 3-0. There ain't nothing happening. It's back and forth punts and drop balls, and Debo looking weird.
Whiffing blocks.
Yeah.
Golly.
And you want to look at a albatross. Look at what Samuel's contract is. I'm looking at. I'll look it up. Right
all
now.
Their contracts. It's gonna start coming around for them. 49ers.
I'll share my screen, but
it's gonna come around. It's gonna come around.
No, but I'm saying they're screwed with Debo. They need to move him. Debo Samuel, his cap right now is 40. His cap number is 12.2 million. If they would cut him now, it would be 43 and dead. If they cut him post June, it would be 11. So I think they're going to cut him. I think they're going to try and trade Debo, but if not, he's going to be a post June 1 cut, and he'll be an 11 million a cap hit. But
I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be one of those guys. It's gonna be Debo or Diggs is gonna be the guy that they're gonna target.
It's crazy. It really is nuts. And this team is in trouble. Meaning that
but eventually, at some point, we got to pay the piper. I mean, he's been great about
Purdy next year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
They are up against it right now. They are. They have. It says they have 50 million in cap space. So they're going to roll that. Plus, you'll get another 15.
Yeah, that's what they're leaving it there for, so they can roll it over.
Exactly.
Roll some of it over. Was it half? I think, or something like that.
Yeah. So again, they have cap space, but they're going to have to do something with Debo. And a lot of this money hasn't hit. Like a lot of Trent Williams.
Well, and the money. the money from the TV is also coming as well too. So
yeah, well, that's what they're saying. They're saying that it's going up. It's at 155 now. They're projecting it to be anywhere from max out around 175.
that'd be awesome. That'd be
Yeah,
awesome.
so that's just another kick in. You know what? Because
Yeah.
Steven's
Well,
saying that, knowing that it's they're going to get another 10 to 20 million over top of the money they have, plus the switches that they're going to save 25 on.
maybe nobody's told him about the switches, and he
Well,
doesn't
that's
know.
the thing. Do they not know, people? You would think they know, but
Well,
instead of just not saying nothing, they just want to be assholes and
We got diarrhea of the mouth. I mean,
Yeah.
just-
Well, when you're
No, he
you're
does not,
playing
Philly D.
when you're as bad as we've been this year, the last thing they need to do is come out and make a statement like that, because that just turns more people off.
Yeah, exactly.
we're
Now,
all in again.
Yeah, and I was sick of hearing that after the second time he said it. And
Now-
half the time you can't understand Jerry Jones when he is talking.
Yeah.
now,
I
do
mean,
you think that what's his name gets a max deal? Do you think that Mr. Irrelevant here, Purdy, gets a max deal?
No,
I don't think he gets a max deal. No,
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 he
me
hasn't
neither.
won a Super Bowl, and he's had a chance.
I think he'll could be up in the top 5 with money, but oof.
I don't see it.
I've been a Cowboy fan a long time, and I have never seen the juju that they're putting out before next season. I've never seen it this bad.
Well, no.
Even during the bad years back in the day, I've never seen it this bad.
That's what I mean. Like, we were in Texas, and you talk to any of the older people. You know, I say older, my age, and maybe
I'm
a little
one of-
older. I'm
I'm
53,
older.
so you know, you talk to any of them, they are fed up.
I'm fed up.
You know what
I'll
I
be
mean?
honest with you. Oh,
you know,
yeah.
and I'm not being greedy, man. I've seen Super Bowls. I would like to have another one, but I'm not even at that point, you know, because like I said, well, like my son, I have one of my 3 sons who actually likes football. So, yeah, I never forced it on anybody, but yeah, he hasn't seen much. He'd rather go to a game or play his games or hang out with his buddies rather than watch Dallas football right now. It's hard to get through a whole game, and he's very knowledgeable, but he's not interested because he sees it. He sees what right down the street. He sees
Bad
what
football. It's bad
Yeah,
football.
I mean, Eagles have less assets and do more and restructure deals time and time again. Yet we got our vice president.
He makes no excuses.
Yeah, like again, how many organizations, Phil, have we seen being cap hell? The Rams, the
Well,
Saints
I mean,
always
yeah.
seem to be $80 million over the cap. Yet they're always in the mix. Not this year, but you know what I mean, right?
Well, I mean, how many of those ones that they paid their big contracts and got and look, okay, this ain't the quarterback, you turn around. Not saying that in that sense, but I mean, at least getting into those contracts earlier, you know, not like, well, prove that you really should get that money. Like, again, if you were guys that really could evaluate talent, then
You would know.
yeah, you would. And secondly, it's just, how are you not bringing in? I don't know. Who I really want to know the structure of this contract negotiation. Is it just Steven? Is it Jerry and Steven? Is it financial people in there?
Yes, that's a good point.
You
Because
know, who is all in this room that can't get this shit?
Yeah.
You know,
I think it's better to have one guy. You know, I think, and you know, or I used to think, oh, well, you know, it's nice that you have the coach, you have Will McClay, you got Jerry, you know, he's orchestrating it. You got Steven leaning over the shoulder saying, well, I know, but this draft position, you know, and this position, we could fit him in the cap like this. It's good to have all these guys involved while making your decision. And in the end, it's better to have Jimmy Johnson saying, give me Jimmy Jones, give me Russell Maryland, you know, these are the, you know, give me Emmett Smith, you know, you give me Darren Woodson, and oh, by the way, you know, I just think there's too many hands in the pot here. Let the front office run the football team, meaning let Will McClay, you know, put a team together the way he wants, you know, and it seems like now they're allowing the coaches to have too much. I mean, they are allowing these coaches to have too much input. I don't think McCarthy has any, but prior to that, Garrett saying, you Taco Charlton, or, you give me Taco because he's less of a risk, and shit like that. So it's just very frustrating. I think less is more. Have a couple people run the draft. Everybody else stay out. Like, give me the coach and give me Will McClay. And if Steven wants to say, well, this is the cap implications if we move up or move down, fine, that's your job. But everybody else,
I don't know, man. It's just, I think that's more of a phone call away. I mean, I get it. They want to be there for publicity. Everything is photo shot moment. I just, man, when it comes to the talent evaluation, you got one guy, maybe. The coach, I trust McCarthy's talent evaluation more. I mean, he wanted to go after guys like Sam Laporta and guys like that. So it's like, I do value that part of it. There are some things about him that I do, but when it comes to him and Will, that's about all they have talking in that side. You got as long as Jerry and they've said it, as long as Jerry hears them compare them to somebody that he used to love or be a Hall of Famer, he immediately will fall in love with them as well. This is the next Troy Aikman. Okay, well, we're drafting him and he's going to be that guy that I fall in love. That's just how Jerry is. So, I mean, he can be easily manipulated as well. And so it's just who has been in there. I mean, before we had Dave Campo really kind of saying shit and stuff as well, too. So it's just like think about the values that he's been listening to, Oh, you're muted.
But you also have to think about all the coaches that Jerry has hired. They're all puppets, except for Jimmy. They're all follow his orders on.
Well, I would say Parcells too.
Oh, you're right, Parcells. I forgot about Parcells.
And he was the last one that. And even then, it worked out. You remember? Because Parcells, I always forget his name. The Wisconsin linebacker who ended up being a steroid. Phil, who am I thinking of?
Bobby?
Bobby Carpenter.
Yeah, Bobby Carpenter.
No.
Bobby Carpenter.
No, when they drafted DeMarcus Ware,
Anthony Spencer?
No. Parcells wanted this linebacker. Thomas Garrett knows who he is.
So he didn't get drafted by us.
No. He didn't get drafted by us. But I'm just saying, like, Parcells wanted that player. And now he talks shit on Dallas all the time. He hates Dallas. He's in the media. Who am I thinking of, Randy? He played at the University of Wisconsin.
You remember what number he wore in the NFL?
No. Shit.
I'm trying to think.
I think he played with the Chargers a little bit too.
Oh, you're talking about the one that killed himself.
No.
No. He's talking about Sean Merriman.
Yeah,
Merriman.
That's it. Sean Merriman. That's it. Bang.
Light.
Yeah, it is terrible, Fly Parks. It is.
Well, think about all the stuff that he says, though. He says a lot of shit, and it's just, I mean, maybe 1 out of the 10 things that he says is actually kind of makes sense.
That?
But him. I'm talking about as well. Like the guy that you were just mentioning.
Oh yeah, Sean Merriman. Yeah.
Sean Merriman.
But I mean, that was Parcells, really where they allowed. They actually said no. Actually, it was a writer in Dallas. Randy, who's that? A writer in Dallas who just recently, I believe, he retired. I don't even.
Oh heck, I see his face. But
yeah, you know who I'm talking about.
Yes,
he was always piped in, and he basically told Jerry that you need to take DeMarcus Ware, and he was right. And so again, it seems like it worked out. I mean, I think that we can't have our coaches be too much involved. Like, we let Rod Marinelli, we let a lot of these coaches have too much of a say. Even John Fossil, you cut good players that go to other teams to play because of a special teams guy. I mean, props to C.J. Goodwin, but he can't do nothing else.
He's no Bill Bates.
Yeah,
no, I don't know why they've held on. I don't know why they've held on to him so long.
Yeah. Bruce, I've been in a rabbit hole with watching. There's a guy I follow out of Clearwater. He's an ex Scientologist, dude. I can't get enough of it. That stuff, I can't. But yeah, anyway. Well, I'm getting a lot of ads. Sorry, Vinny. Sean Merriman, the human steroid. Yeah, Fly Parks and that Parcells was insistent on Merriman. Now, just remember that draft, we ended up getting the dude who's on ESPN now, out of LSU, the big tackle. We got him and
Chris Chris Canty.
Yeah, no.
Oh, he's talking about the one that's got the beard.
Yeah, with the glasses.
Marcus Spears.
Yes,
Spears.
Yeah, we took like Ware at 11 and Spears at like 18 or 19. Talk about a draft. There you go, CZ. There you go. You got it. But if it was up to Parcells, we would have went with Merriman. Now Merriman was good, but then he had a couple injuries. He's not Ware. Let's put it that way.
No,
he was lights out.
Yeah, it's it. Lights out.
Remember
he's Googling him. Phil must be Googling his shit.
No, I didn't at all. I just remember that dude because he would do that shit.
You're pulling this shit out of your ass.
I'm showing my age. That's what I was doing.
Wow. Welcome to the club.
What do you think if we would have had a general manager last year, we would have traded our 4th round pick for Trey Lance?
No, man.
And we did it again this
we
year.
would have traded
we
a
did it
4th
again.
round.
We
would have we would have traded the 4th round pick for a defensive effing tackle. That's what we would have done.
That's exactly what we would have done.
Again.
Yeah, we did it again this year.
And I was listening to, I don't know, I get them confused whether it was a break or Talking Cowboys today. I was listening to it. And unbelievable that they talk about, oh, well, Maris Leofau really saved them. The fans were really upset that with the Leofau pick.
Oh, we weren't.
It wasn't so much that. It was the fact that we didn't have a 4th round draft pick. And then we were desperate. So, yeah, we figured, okay, if you would have had your 4th round pick, we could have drafted the running back in the 4th round and still ended up with Leofau, you jackwagon. But that's not what happened. So their own .com people don't know what they're talking about sometimes or not. They've been critical, but they don't want to go there. And then Mingo is a great blocker. Okay. I'm not writing them off, but
we're going to have. Yeah, Mingo's been eating our receptions. Like this is like what 10 targets for 2 receptions. Like
Tolbert's got to go. He hasn't shown me nothing.
He stinks.
They give you 1 year and then boom, you're going. Yeah. All right, we got a tie game because that's what we need.
3-3. Woohoo! Yeah.
Finally.
And we got the coach thinking he's cool. I would have somebody standing behind me with an umbrella. Yeah, I'd be talked about, but I'd be dry. Look at him. That's funny. So anyway, get to the chat. So yeah, so far so good, Phil, with this internet. I'll tell you that.
Good.
I guess I should have listened to you a long time ago. Hardwire it. I'm glad we drafted BB though. Oh, there's a good conversation.
I like that one.
Since this game stinks, okay, and we're watching it kind of, but what's your thought? I mean, our offensive line of people has gotten better over the last
needs more work.
2 weeks. You got Steele playing well. You got
since the return of Chuma Edoga.
Well, yeah.
Oh, what a joke!
I think Brock Hoffman is playing real well at right guard. I mean, they're running behind Hoffman and BB. So, I mean.
So, yes, I agree with you. If Zach Martin comes back next year, you put Hoffman at left guard, and then you put Tyler Smith over at left tackle. You put Guyton at right tackle, and boom,
And it was funny.
That would be the deal.
Well, it was funny because Tyler Smith had one of his best ever games run blocking against the Bengals and one of his worst games pass blocking against the Bengals. He got eaten up a couple times by that edge rush, edge rusher. I can't think of his name.
Oh, yeah, Henderson or Henderson.
Yeah, Hendrickson. That's it.
Hendrickson.
I think Guyton's going to be okay.
You think
he will. He's just young.
Does he lead the league in sacks?
Yes, he does. But still, he made him look. He made Tyler look bad. That's the only thing I worry about with Tyler Smith playing left tackle. But that's a debate that they're willing to
left tackle
have.
in general.
I think we're so much better at offensive line than. And again, to say that. Like people on the outside may be like, oh, well, you don't know what you're talking about. Exactly. If you look at the numbers, man, we're doing very, very well.
I like it. Look at the run game. Look at Rico. Look what he's doing with it.
Yes, exactly. Man. He's He's second to Barkley since he's been in the starting lineup over the last 3 games. Now, I'm not saying he's because as soon as I said that, Phil, everybody goes, "Well, he's not Barkley. Stop us. Here we go. Here we go." I'm not saying he's Barkley. I'm just saying stats wise over the last 3 games that he was put in as a full-time starter, and it also coincides with Zach Martin not being there because he's. And I'm not saying Zach is a bad player, but I'm saying Zach has been banged up all year, really bad. And
so I mean, we said this a couple weeks ago. We talked about how this is the offseason of twos, right? And I think with Overshown's injury, I think now we can all agree that linebacker is definitely something we should be getting 2 of. Defensive tackle 2 of. Wide receiver, maybe I don't know about wide receiver, but we need to get number 2. Running backs, we need to get 2. I just there's so many quarterbacks we need to get 2. Think about that.
Hell, we might need a linebacker now.
Corners, we need probably 2, or safeties like 2. I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, again, it's just frustrating because he didn't have to say what he said. Meaning Steven Jones, just less is more right now, bro. But yeah, and going back to last week now, because Phil, I got some flack about us rooting for them to lose. We did not
root for them to lose.
We
root
did
for
not,
them
but as it happened, we were like, okay, good.
And we knew they were going to lose. How about that? We didn't root for them to lose. We knew they were going to lose. That's why do you think the past 2 times we haven't done a post game? Because the post game is exactly what we predicted was going to happen. What we're going to do? Come back on and say, "Well, we said it was exactly what happened." Like we weren't surprised.
Well, we could do it, but we were both busy too, so it wasn't.
It made a better point if I said it that way.
Yeah, it did. It did. It sounds better. But yeah, so. It is what it is, people, and I know Red Solo Cup. I just had a strong cup of coffee to start the show, but that was about it. Nice play by the corner there.
That was
the receiver. Sorry. But yeah, looking forward to next year. Not for sure. I hate saying that though, Vinny. I'm tired of saying look. Like last year was a kick in the gut because we were basically. Rolling most of the year, blowing people out, especially when Eagles started to take their downturn, they were out to a 10-1 and 1. We were playing well, but not quite at 10-1. And they went, the opposite way, it was kind of like, okay. And we had the number 2 seed. We got that the last week of the season because the Eagles lost. And we went into the playoffs and, we got our ass absolutely handed to us.
And that's why he should have been gone right then.
No, it was just like they did this race to get to the finish line of the playoffs, but then when they get to the playoffs, like, oh wait, what do we do now that we're here? Well, we had to play the game now.
Yeah, I have a question for all of y'all. Do you really feel like we've had a chance to win the Super Bowl the last 5 years? Honestly.
The last time I feel like we had it was 2016.
Right, when Dak and Zeke were rookies.
Yeah, that was when I really felt that we had a chance.
So that tells you how much faith that the fans really do have in the Cowboys right now, and it's all due to the ownership. I want them to win. Hey, listen, I'm running out of time. I've told y'all this. I'm running out of time. I'm 64, so I don't want Steven come out and say, well, we may not be able to spend money this year. Well, you're telling me then not to watch the games then.
Yeah.
I ain't said it. Our chances came in 2008, 2014, and 2016. Those were our only 3 chances that we had to go to the Super Bowl and win. In my opinion.
It's halftime now and a riveting score of 3-3.
3-3 halftime show.
And that's not a hockey score. Like they didn't score 3 times.
That's not a baseball score either.
What's up, Leo? How are you, man? Because Leo's in the house. Jacob Lemaster need our offense.
That's why, man. Back. Even with our backups, at least our backups are scoring. Shit,
But yes, I would like to see Trey Lance and Mingo. See, like the one thing I'll say, what's up, Glimmer Man? The one thing I'll say about Trey Lance, Mingo, is he hasn't had a good quarterback. When I'm just very, very shocked at the arm strength, because I remember telling Phil, "Oh wow, I like his arm strength against the Eagles," and then it seemed like it got worse as the game gone on, and
like he got tired or something.
Rush's arm is horrendously bad. He's throwing guys like 10 yards short on go routes. Literally, those balls to
hitting the ground when they're
he had to stop. Again, if you got to do that, then it's bad.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Again, I'll never
you're gonna
understand.
you're gonna tell me there's how many colleges like you haven't found somebody. You're trading 4th round draft picks for shit. It's just, I don't know, man. Like Will Grier, I think he's a better prospect than the two you have right now. I mean, I could be talking crap, but I think you go into the draft and you pick, maybe a Jackson Dart deeper in the draft.
Oh, you got
at
it.
least you have something.
That's the
one I
name.
want.
Randy.
Yeah, Jackson Dart is my guy.
Oh shit! Look at Randy. You said Jackson Dart. Now all of a sudden we all want him. Because I looked him up. I'm like, I like the kid. I like him. And then I started watching some of his highlights. I'm like, I like him. They won't take him because we like him. That's why. We'll get some stiff.
We'll get somebody like Beck, who I don't think is a very good.
God,
oh my God, I can't stand that guy.
God.
Yeah, but you watch.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
I think he'll go high. I think somebody will take him higher.
I hope to God.
It'll be like Cleveland or some shit will have him or something.
Rico was taking us into the field goal range. Jacob, it was for the best, brother, because you already hearing the front office talk. Oh well, we've suffered this, we've suffered that. Again, our offensive. We do everything the hard way. It was like, what are the good teams doing? Motion. Now our penalties have gotten better. I will say that, but we don't run motion. We're not very innovative when it comes to running offense, and I don't know why that is. We had a good offense last year. What's the missing link? I guess Dak, but I mean, outside of that, we weren't tearing it up with Dak. It was like, I don't know, just a frustrating time, but. We
just need to start booing the Joneses. Let's be real, man. We need to treat them like Goodell. Every time we see them, we just need to boo them, and they'll start to get the effing message.
That's what I'm hoping that the crowd starts doing.
Yeah,
and looking up at the box, holding your hands up like, damn, you brought this kind of product to the field.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be when he comes out to hey, this is Jerry, or it's got to be that. He starts getting upset with us.
Yeah.
He starts to get mad with us. We need to piss him off. We need to start getting him in interviews where he starts getting mad. This is the point. Like, this is the only way he learns.
Boom, every time they teach on the Jumbotron.
I'll be right back.
Like an adolescent.
Okay. But yeah, so need the bags. We need more bags in the stadium.
Yeah, I agree. That'll really put the embarrassment on Jerry.
Yeah. Me and Phil did the tour, and I don't know what it was.
I was so pissed off with that tour.
It was awesome. It's like a dream, right?
And
then all of a sudden it turned into a nightmare.
Oh my God!
They were dragging us all over the stadium. Yeah, because
they were what?
Well, because they had all these festivities for the salute to service. So we couldn't go here, we couldn't go there, we couldn't go here. God forbid we saw a player working out. That's a no-no. We couldn't do this. We couldn't do. Oh my God! There's a cheerleader. Everybody run! It was just bullshit. So it's like instead of following the normal path of the tour, we ended up at the opposite side of the stadium, Randy. We were supposed to be, at Dr. Pepper, and we ended up at a Pepsi, which is the other side. There's like those up top you have Dr. Pepper, and then you have Pepsi on either side, and it's a gathering area for all the big wigs that are in their suites, I guess, right? And they do interviews and stuff. They were taking us all over. And it was supposed to be like an hour and a half, and I swear it was going on 2.5. And I'm like, we got to get out of here. It worked out, but we were tired. My feet were actually tired, Phil. My feet were tired. And it was
I was annoyed. I wanted to be part of the other group. The other group had a fun person that was like making jokes, and like ours was just like, well,
this is where they, this is
let
where
me
they
tell
do
you
this.
about the cooks. Like she would just think of the most random things
That's where we
at the
put
most
all
random
the fields
moments.
right behind this. You see all those fields rolled up, and I was like, okay, great. We're in a fucking parking lot. Okay,
this is a trash can.
That's where we slaughter the cow.
Yeah, it was what was supposed to be exciting turned into a marathon, and we were on our way. We're like, we wanted me, Mark, Primetime, and Wade were going to, and somebody was following us, the Ward family. We were going to the Villages, they called it. And it's over near Plano or out that way. And we were meeting up at Law Nation and all those guys. But it was fun. But it's like, God, man, it was just going on and on and on. They were just like showing us the suites. Like it's like
they wouldn't let us out of that stadium.
Yeah, it's like you're not leaving until you put money down on a suite. It's like, okay, that's not happening. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Give me money.
Yeah, I would be pissed if I decided this year I was gonna do that and buy the suite, and then you have this shit going on.
Again, we talked about it. If we win the lottery, we will get one of the suites.
Oh yeah,
but we would be there. We wouldn't give up the seats. We would we would have everybody come out into our suite, and I'd have a bag for everybody. We would all sit out there in our seats and with bags on our head. That would be great. You think Jerry would like us buying a suite? With a whole
I just need to
section
make
with
the
bags
mesh
on our head.
bag so I can still see quite a bit. Like a Spider-Man type of thing going on.
That's funny.
Maybe a luchador mask. I don't know, something.
I'd like to see Jerry if we get smoked by Carolina real bad. I mean,
it could happen.
It could.
Happen.
Like Cooper Rush, man. It's just
Cooper Rush. He's hard to watch.
Carolina either.
Yeah.
But that's just why it was good that we lost, man. I'm sorry, people. I don't want. Again, we just got done talking about what's the one thing: lose out. As hard as that's going to be over the next 4 games, to lose out in embarrassing fashion. That's the only thing.
I want to be competitive, but like this last game, I wanted to be competitive, but I wanted to lose at the end. This next one, I know we have a chance of winning this. I kind of had us pick, in that sense. But, man, again, you're hoping that the football gods kind of help lean us our way without taking out a member of our football team.
Yeah, we don't need no more injuries.
Golly, man, this is ridiculous.
If we lose this week, we are eliminated. I just looked, and we can't beat any of the other teams.
Well, then watch. Yeah, and I just can't believe he would automatically say that he's not going with Trey Lance and stuff.
Well, I would go with him round.
I think Brian's hit it, though. They want to probably bring him back on a cheaper thing, and if they don't put anything out there.
Oh, that's what they're saying now. I thought it was the other thing. I thought it was they don't want to play him because the unknown who might fetch more rather than playing him because he stinks.
And what's the most you can get out of it?
Well, you could probably get I wouldn't say.
I'd say a fifth.
Like if he became the starter somewhere.
Yeah.
Comp, and let's face it. Like if we get a 5th comp, it's not that bad of a loss. You figured you had a chance with them. You rolled the dice, you know, and you paid 1 round, and you got a pick. But I would like to have had that pick, but it is what it is, man.
Yeah, we got plenty of 5th ones.
Well, for the very reason
I would have liked to have had that running back at 4, though.
Yeah, I would have too. For the very reason, though, we need to set CD. I don't want to see CD get hurt, and then all of a sudden he's out next year. I don't want to see this. I said it the other night before it happened. Let some of these young guys play.
Yeah, I'm all for that. I just don't know if they'll want to do that because of all the money they paid.
Yeah, I know. Well, Jerry's going to want to see his money being,
worked out there
no matter what. But damn it, was it me or was Cooper Rush throwing the ball in the ground a lot the other night? I mean, my God,
Man,
5 yards down the field.
Rush was ass the other night.
He was.
Maybe it's like Varsity Blues, and he's all like, he just slings the ball and he breaks the nose, and because his accuracy is amazing, and maybe they want him. Okay, we need you to pretend that you're throwing it to the receiver, but I need you to be short because we're really trying to get this pick, but we're trying to make it look like we're still trying to win. And watch Cooper Rush actually, be a genius and be amazing, accurate. Remember the red rifle we had coming?
Yep. Yeah, I remember him.
The red. It was supposed to have this accuracy, and I mean, it led us a little bit, but man, he did better in Carolina.
Yeah. Glimmer Man, it doesn't make you realize that Dak, at least before the latest injury, is a starter. Dak's definitely a starter, Glimmer Man. Everybody can say what they want. He wins a lot of regular season games. Is he perfect? No. There's not many perfect the quarterbacks. Most of these guys need a running game, need outside weapons. Again, look at the team 30 minutes to my west here, the Eagles. They again, they have arguably the best running back in the league. They have A.J. Brown, arguably the top 2-3 wide receiver. They got Devontae Smith. They got Dallas Goedert. They got a stud offensive line. They got a good quarterback. That's what it takes. Yet we want to do everything with, I don't know, man. It's just frustrating. Mark Hutchins, shout out to you, brother. Good evening, game time, and crew. Thanks, brother.
That second round pick has just been a pain in the ass. So I mean, if you're picking a wide receiver to get in number 2, I would be okay with taking that first round pick. Of course, trading back a little bit, get some value, and getting that first round pick and getting a nice wide receiver. Again, that Ohio State running wide receiver would be, Ibuka would be, my choice out of all those guys. But obviously, I'm not thinking we're picking a high up enough to be picking obviously that other the main wide receiver. But
I want McMillan. Hey, Aisha, how are you?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. You're not high enough to go over there and get him.
And we'll start getting into it. That's what I was going to talk to you about. Maybe. I'm
already starting to get.
As we round up the season, I want to hit the ground running. Maybe just do a show, maybe midweek or even on, we could switch up our. However we do it, but like on your channel, do mock drafts, and I'll bring some questions and I'll let you, like when you come on here, then you do the same for me, when I go there. I just really looking forward to it. Mark Huston, thank you, sir. You're the man. How's the farm going? How's the 60-foot Christmas tree that I'm still waiting for a picture of? You got to email me at GameTimeBrian@gmail. My wife's like, let me see the Christmas tree. I'm like, so.
Send me a picture yet.
Yeah, he has a big farm in Texas, a big farm, but he don't have a tree on the inside, but he has a big ass Christmas tree outside for all the animals. So I think that's cool.
Hell yeah.
So
there was somebody, I don't know, I was listening to something, it was like a quick thing, they were like, I was watching Harry Potter and they were celebrating Christmas, and I was like, why are they celebrating Christmas? Wouldn't Jesus be like a normal guy here? I was like, okay, that's
he's a
cool.
normal guy. Yeah.
It's like, I can make water into wine. It's like, all the servers in the back can do that, man.
Where's Ultra at? Is Ultra here tonight? Dak is not Troy. Dak fan. But who said Dak was Troy? Definitely not Troy. And you bring up Troy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm sure I'll get trolled. But you know what? I was watching last night. I was sitting there reminiscing, man. Well, I was texting Wade, and I was showing him some. I sent him I got copyrighted last year, but it was an opening to the 1992 Thanksgiving Day game. And
I remember that game.
Yeah,
it was against the Giants.
It was against the Giants, but it was November Rain. It was Guns N' Roses, and it had Aikman. It had Emmett. It had Lawrence Taylor, who was out with injury. It was just old school football, man. I miss my team, and it's just seeing Emmitt Smith. Just to look back at the old video of Emmett, he doesn't get enough credit, man. And I know that's weird because he's the all-time leading rusher, but he gets a lot of hate because it was all the offensive line. I can't tell you how many times all the yards after contact Emmitt Smith got. It was just
he was a tackle
ridiculous.
breaker.
My God, you could not tackle him with your arms. You could not. And I just miss that. I miss that team, man. I miss having, and it wasn't always pretty. That's another thing. It was not always pretty with them Dallas teams. Eagles would beat us every year, almost, at least once. I was at the one game where we lost, just like everybody's like clowning us that we're the only team to have a muff, like block punt muff, because we did it twice.
Yeah.
Well, like when we did it in Miami, do you remember that that year?
Yeah.
That was the last game that we lost. Well, like when we had that,
we
where
did it
Leon
a couple of
left,
years ago too.
but that was the last game we lost that year.
Did you know that we're the first team that Carolina's being favored in 2 years?
Think about that, people. And people go, "Oh, see, you're horrible." Well, no, we don't have anybody playing hardly now. Yeah, Drew did make a comment. Oh, you got all your guys back, and you still played horrible. But you know how that works, people. You know
don't
how that
have all our
works.
guys back. That's
We don't have our guys
no,
back.
but I mean in the secondary, and we didn't have a good game. But you know how that works. That's
the
how
pass
it
rush.
works.
The pass rush goes with the secondary stuff. You can't
exactly.
not just pure secondary stuff.
Draft
It's-
Drew Aller. Yeah, so we're doing a lot of draft stuff. As soon as the season ends, Ultra. We might actually get to it before the season, but I'm working on getting. There's a site that you could. I guess I'm just gonna use other people's list and then go look at them. Players on YouTube, I guess. I don't have. It would be awesome to work at the Star and be able to have access to everything.
pull up film on different things. Yeah,
it would be nice, but
not how that works.
it's not how it works. So, but we got 3-3 here. I was thinking about getting out of here, guys, and let everybody do their thing. This is a horrible game.
Save your. Thursday night.
Well, it's just. It's
I don't
10
blame you, man.
o'clock.
I was thinking about playing some Madden.
Yeah, I'm gonna just relax. My wife's been gone all day. I got a little puppy I want to play with before she leaves.
Oh.
So I think I'm gonna call it, boys. It's been fun as always. But Phil, we're doing a show Saturday, right?
Yes, that is the plan, sir.
Saturday, and we play what time? 1 o'clock on. What
I think
time
1
is-
o'clock is the correct on Sunday.
Who left? I guess that was Chris. Yeah, so I don't know what I'm doing for that game, but regardless. Oh, yeah, that's what I like. Before we leave, Ultra, what's your thought on what? Because Wade was blowing me up. What's your thought on what Stephen Jones said? I'm just curious. What's your thought on Stephen Jones and saying it? Because Wade said that tells him that they're setting up for Arch. I'm like, I don't know how you could look at it that way, but I could see what you're saying. I'm just curious of Ultra's. But Randy, any last words before we get out of here, my friend?
No, I enjoyed it, guys.
Yeah, man, you're very knowledgeable, down to earth. You're the example of what I like about doing the show, because you're a Dallas fan, very respectful, but very knowledgeable as well.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, so I appreciate that. Thomas?
Yes, sir.
Any final words? I'm going to call it a night, brother. This game is horrible, and I'm a little tired. It was very windy out there today.
I enjoyed tonight.
Yeah, I'll probably do something on Sunday. I just don't know quite what time or what, but stay tuned. Today's Thursday. I'm sure I haven't done any videos. I've been doing a bunch of live streams, so I think I got to do something. So stay tuned, everybody. Logan, Thanks, brother. Steve Lawson not coming back on this channel. Why? What happened? What happened? What happened now?
Oh, I guess he got blocked or something.
All
By
right.
Logan, though. If you got to say something, Logan's a pretty stand-up guy, so.
All right, buddy. Well, thanks for stopping. I don't know what to tell you, man.
His loss.
So Ultra, keep his cap hit at 89 million. Move off Dak after the next season. I wanted to see Ultra. Maybe Steven doesn't want to restructure Dak's contract. I was thinking that too.
Maybe.
Thinking maybe just take all the hit, but I mean that's just bad business, really, because the cap's going to continue to rise. And it's like the streaming is just started, people.
Yeah.
Phil, any final words here before we get out of here?
Yeah, Joni loves Chachi. All right.
And Troy Daniels, you're our last person. Any final words on anything you want to say?
Let's just look forward to the draft and see what we do this offseason. Hopefully they'll go all in this next year.
Are you rooting for Dallas to win on Sunday? I know you are, but do you want them to beat them?
But I think I'd rather have the draft pick now at this point.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a less than 1% chance we're going to make the
I want to
playoffs.
see Rico have a great game. I want to see everybody have all the stats in the world, and I want to see Cooper Rush just fumble pick six at the last play or something. There we go. So it'll be good. But anyway, all right, everybody. I'm getting out of here. Thank you to everybody. I got Phil, final words before we get out of here.
No, man, I appreciate you letting us come on. Stressful week at work for me, so it's like tonight to get here and kind of unwind with you guys. It just puts me in a different mood. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, and again, I have a channel pinned at the top, so just sub up if you guys are watching on replay. Primetime's channel is pinned at the top. And who was that? That was Debo dropping the ball. Cheese and crackers. All right, on that note, we're getting that. This game is ridiculously bad. None of these teams are any good. So this is the year to go. And Detroit, Philly, this is the year because
one of these teams are going to be in the playoffs.
Yep.
But one of these.
Yep, that's the scary. Maybe Seattle.
Wow, that's what I'm saying. One of them.
Yeah.
One of those three.
But anyway, all right, everybody. I'm out of here. Peace out, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.